Have you ever lost a few hours of work because you forgot to save your file? Not everyone feels like going to file save as, adding numbers of file name and confirming it every single time makes sense. That's where keyboard shortcuts come to the rescue. And that's exactly what I will talk about in this video. Here I will cover both general shortcuts that help with everyday work and those specifically for Blender. I think everyone knows Ctrl+S. It's used to save your file. This shortcut should be in the arsenal of everyone who works on a computer. Thanks to it, we save not only time when saving files, but it can also save us in a case of an unexpected system crash. In Blender, besides the basic Ctrl+S, we also have Ctrl+Shift+S, which means save as. This allows us to not only to overwrite a file, but also to create a new version of it. Thanks to that, in one iteration contains an error, we can always go back to the previous one. You should never keep only one version of project file. That is serious mistake. And for that, we have Ctrl+Alt+S, which performs incremental saving. Do you already have a file called workingfile.blender? This shortcut will save it as workingfile123.blend. Isn't that amazing? Are you planning to create a new file or a new folder? For a long time, I couldn't convince myself to use this shortcut. But once I started using it, I realized how powerful it is. Ctrl+N creates a new document. If you are in Blender, it allows you to create a new project file. Meanwhile, Ctrl+Shift+N is a general shortcut to create a new folder. Folders are extremely important for keeping your work well organized. Another powerful shortcut is F2. When we press it, we can rename a file. We don't need to right-click and choose rename. And if we want to rename multiple files in sequence, we can select them all and press F2. This allows us to assign the same name and automatically number the whole series of files. I also prepared a special shortcuts cheat sheet that you can print and keep on your desk. I will leave the download link in the description. And if you already like this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment. Ctrl-Z is a shortcut that everyone probably knows. It allows you to undo mistake, but not everyone knows that you can also redo an undone action using Ctrl+Y. In Blender, this shortcut doesn't work, but there is another one. Just press Ctrl+Shift+Z. So if you make a mistake or undo too many steps, you can always redo the undo. Ctrl+C copy a file, and Ctrl+V paste it. These are essential shortcuts that everyone should know. I can't imagine if self-respecting graphic designer not knowing them. I would also like to mention delete, which removes a file, and Alt+F4, which closes the program. Now let's move to Blender. Blender is a treasure trove of keyboard shortcuts. I probably don't know all of them myself, and listing and explaining them all would take several hours. So I decide to choose only the ones that I consider less obvious but very useful in everyday work. Have you ever had a strange problem with a bevel? Or an object behaves oddly when changing its position? That usually happens because the operation was performed in object mode, where location, rotation and scale values aren't applied. To make sure the object has the correct parameters, press Ctrl+A and apply scale and rotation. This helps avoid strange deformations. Applying transformations centers the object origin to its symmetry center. So if we don't actually need to apply them, it's usually better to avoid this option. You've probably gotten lost in Blender at some point, floating somewhere in space with no idea how to get back to your object. The easiest solution is to press dot on your numeric keypad. And if you select the object in the outliner, you don't even need to search for it. After pressing this shortcut, the view will automatically focus on that object, bringing you right back to the scene. Creating new collection and dragging object into them can be time consuming. That's why there is a great shortcut, M. With it you can quickly create a new collection. And if you select objects beforehand, pressing M will move them directly into that collection. Pretty great, right? The last shortcut I want to show you is F9. You've probably lost the dialog box where you can specify how many vertices a cylinder should have. F9 brings that panel back. You can even deselect the object or move it, and after pressing F9, the dialog window will still appear until you perform a new operation. That's everything I prepared for today. Let me know in comments if you already knew this shortcut and whether this video was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.